Let me tell you the truth about surviving narcissists. It's not what you think. Surviving narcissists, reclaiming me. In my 20s, I spent over 11 years with a man whose loyalty was tied to the bottom of a bottle and the end of someone else's bed. I blamed myself. I told myself maybe if I was better, kinder, skinnier, sexier, taller, smarter, maybe then I'd be enough for him to stay. Maybe then he wouldn't stray. I was wrong. And so I left him. I walked away. I started again. I rebuilt. I got stronger, wiser, more grounded. And then I fell in love with a narcissist. He was a brilliant chameleon. And I fell in love hard. Hook, line, and sinker. We married. It was a real-life fairy tale come true. This time there were no late-night betrayals. This time there was no drowning in alcohol and spewing vitriol. No, just slow, silent, insidious gaslighting. Control wrapped in charm. Manipulation dressed up as love. I didn't even realize it was abuse. There was no proof, no bruises. Just a sinking feeling that no matter what I did, it was never quite good enough. That somehow everything was always my fault. And every time I spoke up, he'd spin it around. So I questioned my own reality. Even when I left, I still thought maybe I'd made it up. See, that's the thing about narcissists. They don't want to just control you. They want to control the narrative about you. Because once they lose access to your mind, your body, your obedience, they'll do everything they can to control over how the world sees you. They become the victim, the saint, the wounded hero who tried everything before you lost the plot. They twist your story until you're the problem. You're the drama, the storm. You're the crazy one, the unstable one, the bitter one. They'll tell anyone who'll listen that you are too emotional, way too intense, and you are way too difficult to love. And here's the kicker. Some people, actually, most people, they'll believe them. Because narcissists are wonderful at wearing masks. They drip charm like honey, sweet, sticky, and impossible to wash off. They smile while they stab you in the back. They rehearse their performance while you're stitching up your heart. And when you leave them, when you finally break free, well, that's when the campaign really begins. They double down. They go to work behind the scenes. One subtle comment here, a look there, a message here, a story that paints them in gold, and you in the shadows. Because losing you wasn't the only wound. Losing control over how others see you, well, that's the fatal blow to their ego, and they can't have that now. So they craft a new truth, a filtered version of reality, where they're still the hero and you're just a footnote in their past. Because here's the truth they can't rewrite. You got away. You reclaimed your voice. You peeled off the mask they glued to your face and started telling your own story. And that's what they fear most. You rising. You healing. You living in full truth and light. Because when you stop explaining yourself and you start embodying your own truth, their lies can't compete. See, sometimes the narcissist is a partner. The one who swore they'd never hurt you. Who held your hand while quietly cutting your wings. Sometimes it's a parent, a sibling, a bloodline that taught you love is something you must earn. Earned in silence. Revoked without warning. Wrapped in rules you actually never agreed to. Sometimes it's a best friend. The one who always needs more from you than you can give. But disappears the moment you needed them. And somehow, you're at fault. Sometimes it's your boss. Or a coworker. Smiling in meetings, undermining you in emails, in the break room, claiming credit, while making you question your sanity. Sometimes it's the friend you've known for 2 months. Or 25 years. The one who always turns the conversation back to themselves, or criticises and judges your situation, followed up with, "Oh, but love, I'm just being honest." That's what good friends do, right? As they slowly dismantle your confidence, your self-esteem, your self-worth, under the guise of caring. Sometimes it's the person everyone else adores. The one who basks in the spotlight, polished and praised, spinning stories that dismiss you, deny you, and disrespect you. While you sit in silence, keeping the peace, keeping the facade, wondering how you became the villain in their act. Because the way they spin their story, it makes you question yourself. It makes you doubt yourself. It makes you wonder, am I really the problem? But I promise you're not. You never were. Narcissists don't look like monsters. They look like charm, charisma, and connection. And until you start seeing clearly, until you get enough distance to see the distortion, and once you do, you can't unsee it. And you don't realise how deeply they've distorted your truth until you finally walk away, until you start to rebuild again, until your body stops flinching at the sound of their name, until you hear your own inner voice again. And you realise just how long it's been missing. Right now I'm navigating it all. Sharing a child with a narcissist who still plays games. Trying to maintain peace for my daughter while trying to protect her from the same emotional landmines I once walked through. All while caring for my dad in the final chapters of his life. While running a multi-generational household, while building a business, while holding it all together for everybody, while still learning to hold it all together for myself. Daisy. But I'm not who I used to be. No, not anymore. See, I no longer apologise for being who I am. I no longer require your approval to feel whole. I no longer need your presence to fill my void. I'm not the woman who stays quiet to keep the peace anymore. I'm not the one who bends and breaks just to make everyone else feel comfortable. I'm not the one who doubts her memory, her magic, or her worth. Because you see, I'm not waiting to be saved anymore. I chose to save myself. And hey, if this sounds like you, if you're in the middle of a relationship, past or present, or you're stuck in a relationship, past or present, that's chipped away at your soul, I see you. I hear you. It's tough. You're not crazy. You're not alone. And if I can walk away, you can too. Drop me a heart in the comments if this resonates with you. Narcissists are everywhere. It's time to take care of you. From my heart to yours. Much love.